Hi, I'm Dr. Allen from Jones Animal Hospital. Welcome to Vet Visits. Today we're going to talk just briefly about nutrition. Nutrition mostly as it applies to dogs, although some things I may mention will apply to cats as well. Puppies and kittens require a different food than adult dogs and cats. They require a higher percent protein, a higher percent fat, a little what they call more dense ration, which means more calories in a smaller volume. They're growing fairly rapidly. They have a lot of needs for protein and vitamins and minerals to grow their bones and muscles. So it's very important that your juvenile animals get a specific food that's designed for them. With your large breed puppies, though, you have another need, and that is a need for their joints to form appropriately. And there are several companies that make some very good large breed puppy foods. The whole point of a large breed puppy food is to slow down the rate of growth. The puppy is going to get just as big by the time everything is said and done, but it slows down the rate of growth to give the joints enough time to form properly. The hip joint especially, hip joint being a ball and socket joint, the socket forms in response to the ball being pressed up into it. And the socket kind of forms around it. In order for that to happen appropriately, there has to be a certain rate of growth. If they grow too fast, they're much more likely to wind up with a shallow socket, which makes them much more prone to have problems with their hips later on in life. Hip dysplasia, which a lot of people have heard of, fairly common in German Shepherds and Labs and other large breed dogs, has multiple components, genetic components as well as environmental as well as nutrition. And you have an opportunity to do something about the nutritional aspect by feeding the puppy large breed food, slowing down the rate of growth, giving the joints a better chance to form properly. As dogs mature, and as they mature, the age depends on the size of the dog. In general, your smaller breeds are going to reach their adult size by the time they're 9 to 12 months old. Some of your giant breeds, they may be 18 to 24 months before they go off the puppy food onto adult food. Then you switch to an adult food, which is going to have a little less protein, a little less fat, be not quite as dense of a ration, more likely to control their body weight appropriately, and you'll feed that through their middle age. As they get older, and again, depending on the breed and size of the dog, small breed dogs may not be really old until they're 11 or 12 years old, whereas some of your giant breeds, by the time they're 7 or 8, they're reaching geriatric ages. At that point, you need to change diets again to one that's higher in fiber, even lower in protein and lower in fat, trying to take some load off the heart and the kidneys. The extra fiber helps their gastrointestinal system to work a little bit better, prevents unwanted weight gain. So there are some definite values to the geriatric diets. So life stage, the diets, puppy foods for puppies, yes, regular adult food from roughly 1 to 8 or 9 years of age, depending on the breed and size of the dog, and then a diet especially designed for older dogs as they get older. And as far as what brand of food, there's a lot of very good brands out there. Generally stick with a good commercial brand food, does fine. There are a lot of companies that make very appropriate foods for the different life stages of your dogs. We'll talk on another section about some of the special prescription type diets that are designed for pets that have special medical problems that require special dietary considerations. Thanks for listening. This has been Dr. Allen at Vet Visits.